Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Viviana and I have been sharing with you all about my post show. And so I am now 13 weeks post show and I'm going to be sharing with you my updates, my check-in, and everything that went on this week. So here we go. Good morning everybody. So it is Tuesday. It is a check-in day for me. So I am going to train. Well, I trained and did my cardio already. So now I am changing to check-in. I'll be taking my pictures, my weight and measurements, and then sending everything to my coach. Once I finish checking in, I will then get my feedback and I will share it with you.
Baila, mi corazón, ven y mueve tu cuerpo al son. Las luces brillan, la fiesta empieza, el reggaetón nos enloquece. Dame la mano, vamos a bailar. Siente el ritmo, déjate llevar. No importa el lugar, no importa el momento. La pista de baile es nuestro sustento. Esta fiesta nos...
Miss Viviana, all right, so no food scale, nothing, no harm there, right? Because the goal of the food scale is to teach you what food looks like. So your estimation is going to be so far and above what normal people would estimate. You're going to be very, very correct with there. Yeah, as far as the cycle stuff goes, I mean, that definitely means you need to go see your endocrinologist or your OBGYN and find out what's going on, because there's also going to be some fluctuations in some blood work that may indicate you need to have something resolved. Because I would expect with our calories this high, body composition so good, it's not necessarily a nutrition training thing that needs to be treated. Okay. So after last week's show for natural shows, you checked Bernadette Galvin for Texas State. Texas State will be Saturday, and the natural show is Friday. I love it. That is absolute perfection. It gives us time to grow, come in there to be ready to dominate, and then we've got the Ben Weider following it right up. We'll hold here for now. No changes to the plan.
Okay guys, so today, actually last night, the elevators weren't working and the gym is on the 23rd floor. So I'm so glad that today it's working. Good morning everybody. So I mentioned that the elevators weren't working yesterday. And so usually in the evenings I go on daily walks after work. Well, I did not yesterday because the elevators weren't working. And if you remember, I recently moved to a higher floor. So I would have had to use the stairs down. And to be honest with you, it is too many floors to go all the way down and back up. But today, I think they fixed them because it worked for me this morning to get to the gym. And I'm not too far from the 23rd floor, which is the last floor here. So I'm glad that I was able to do my, to get up here this morning for my training. But like I said, I didn't get to do my walk yesterday. Hopefully today, it looks like they're working, so I'll do that tonight.
I feel strong, awake and happy, ready and happy. Good morning, you wonderful one. Good morning, my dear universe. Here comes a nice day, no matter what this.
Hello everybody and happy Thursday. So as you guys know, the weather here has been crazy, so today is a beautiful day. But I am actually working this weekend, so I am going to try to share with you a little bit about how I get ready for work, all that fun stuff that I normally don't share because I am always in a rush to get to work. And so it's always so busy, but I'll be the manager on duty this weekend at work. So I'm going to try to share some of that with you, and possibly even like my meals and things like that, like I said, because I'm always so busy at work, I don't get an opportunity to do that. But maybe if it's not exactly in there, I may be able to share what I'm going to be eating, or I don't know. I'm going to try to figure that out so I can share some of that with you, since I know that every time I do my update, it's mostly the same because, again, at work, it's so hard to do that. But yeah, so I've checked in, and there are a couple of things that I will go over as far as like my check-in and the plan and the things that are going on. But I just thought I would share that with you, and so hopefully this weekend I will be sharing a little more about my job, or at least what I eat, and kind of like a day at work. Good morning everybody. It is Friday, and today I did not want to come to the gym, and the only reason I'm telling you this is so that you know that we all have days, but we also know that with a goal, with a purpose, you have to get it done. Obviously, if there is reasons not to, whether it is because you're sick or something is going on in your life that you can't, then absolutely. Otherwise, it is okay to feel tired. It is okay to not feel just not wanting to go. If you're not motivated to go, it's okay, but you need to, you have to. And so that's exactly what I did. There's sometimes that I have this too, but almost never, because I really enjoy it. But I don't snooze. I get up, no time to think about it, and I am here. I'm gonna get it done. And so yeah, happy Friday. Try to show you how you can meal prep easy if you were to buy everything already done. These right here is what I'm taking. And there's these all chicken breast. barbecue place, and this is what I'm having today. The iron what?
The iron works.
So today is Sunday, and usually I like to do or start my week on Sundays. One, because it's always lower body, and because the gym, there's never, almost ever people here at on a Sunday at 5 a.m. And so I get to focus. There's no distractions. The past 2 weeks I had been either out of town or something was going on, and I actually started my week on Monday. But we're back to Sundays, and today I actually work. So I'm almost done. I'm doing my accessory work now, and then I'll go shower, eat, change, and get ready for work. See, nobody's here. Have a great Sunday.
Baila, mi corazón, ven y mueve tu cuerpo al son. Las luces brillan, la fiesta empieza, el reggaetón nos enloquece. Dame, dame la mano, vamos a bailar. Siente el ritmo, déjate llevar. No importa el lugar, no importa el momento. La pista de baile es nuestro sustento.
Okay, so I am on my way to work. It is Sunday, and I am gonna try to do my update and my check-in, and then of course how or what my thoughts are on how not to mess up post-show. So let me start with my update. So you saw my check-in, and I checked in on Tuesday every week. It doesn't matter if I'm on prep or if I'm in improvement season. I continue to check in every single week. So right now I'm already, I think it's 15th week post show. We're going on 15 or 16. But anyways, when I checked in, you heard first. I always send my updates or my check-in with things that are going on that possibly are affecting my weight, my measurements, and things like those. And that's why I always make time to write my notes, so that when I do my check-in, I am making sure I don't miss anything that's important that has to do with my improvement or not, right? So for my coach, I did share that, you know, I've been getting my cycle more often. Sometimes I get it twice a month, right? Now, again, for those of you that haven't been following me, I've never stopped having my menstrual cycle, even during the time that I was on prep. So, but now, post-show, I've actually been getting it sometimes even twice a month, or on and off in a month. And that's why he said, you know, I have to check with my doctor, make sure that things are okay. Now, this is very important. Again, I only share these things with my coach so that he knows that, one, if my weight is going up, it's because of my cycle. Two, measurements change a little, and that's due to inflammation. I get bloated. And three, it is for him to be informed of the things that are going on. And then those changes can have an impact on my check-in. Now, so what he said, and the reason why I say this is because we always have to make sure that our coaches, and if you're a coach or if you're a coach, that it is within your scope of practice. Me as a nurse, the same thing. There's things that I can and can't do because of my scope of practice. So he did not say, oh, this is what you're gonna do, this is what I think. No, I just wanted him to understand, to know. And then of course he shares his thoughts, but he's not gonna prescribe or, I don't know, tell you what's going on with your body, because that is out of his scope of practice. So one, I wanted to share that with you, that it's very important that your coaches are only guiding you to the things that they're familiar with and that they should be giving advice for, right? And then the next thing that you heard on my feedback from my coach was the scale. So it was, I think, Sunday, Monday, I can't even remember. But anyways, one day I didn't weigh myself. I weigh myself every day for the past, I don't know, 12 years, right? And then whenever I'm on vacation or whatever that may be, that I don't. But anyways, even post-show, I weigh myself every day. I get my average a week. That's something that I do, and it's part of my daily living, the things that I do every day, right? So I didn't weigh myself. And then the other thing is that my scale on Monday went to work. I carry it always, and I left it at work. So what I did is I use my measuring cups instead of the scale. The scale for me is more accurate, weighing my food, and so I use my measuring cups now. And you heard him, it's okay, it's not a big deal. I mean, you do this all the time. This is something that you do, right? So once, twice, whatever. It's not gonna make a huge change. But I wanted him to be aware. So in my score, my wellness score, I am not gonna put there, I'm 100%, I'm sorry, a 10, because the score is from 1 to 10. How is your sleep? How did you follow your macros, your training, and all that fun stuff? I will make sure that I'm honest with every check-in. And so to me, that is not a 10, even though it doesn't make a big difference. So you probably will see on my wellness check, I did not score a 10, right? And then the other thing is that, well, we talked about the plan, what we're going to be doing, and so hopefully we're able to do a natural show, and then right after that one, we're going to try nationals. Now, let's hope, I pray that everything goes as planned, but we know that things may change, things have happened before, and that's okay too. It is something that we have to plan for, especially me. I'm somebody that plans everything in advance, because as far as like my job, it requires me to plan everything. I can't just like leave. And so I need to request my PTO. I need to make sure that everything is planned out. People, staff is available at work. My reports, everything is done before I request any time off. So it matters to me that I know in advance the days that I'm going to be doing the shows, and so that I plan it out. And so that was for my check-in. Now going into how not to F up your post-show, or how not to mess up during your improvement season. Now, you hear a lot of people that after they finish their show, they go out and they eat anything and everything that you can think of, right? And that's okay for them to do that. I feel that every year, and again, I've said this before because of my post show, I don't do that. I don't do that, and that's because I don't, I don't take anything out of my diet during prep. So whether it is because of my culture or it is because it's my favorite foods, I will keep them in my diet, and because I know my macronutrients, I will make it work, right? Obviously it gets more difficult as you get deeper into your prep because your calories start, coming down, but that is one of the things that I feel is why people post-show will eat everything that they've been craving throughout their prep. Because if you include them in your diet, then you won't be having these big cravings, and you won't be eating, all these foods when you finish your show. So that's one thing. The next thing is, throughout your improvement season, throughout your maintenance season, throughout your post-show, you should not, or I do not, just, okay, it's, I'm done. No, an athlete is an athlete 100% all year long. So you are going into the gym with a purpose. You are eating your foods with a purpose, understanding that the foods that you eat are to give you energy, to make sure you improve, make sure your strength is good so that you can lift better, and hopefully grow some muscle during the time that you're maintaining or that you're in your bulking or improvement season, right? And so all year long, you should be understanding that if this is what you want, there's no off season. You hear people say off season, and that really what it means is just you're not on stage. You're not prepping for a show. But that doesn't mean you're off. That doesn't mean that you don't stop, that you stop doing what you were doing. You continue to do the same things. You continue to train. You continue to eat the same ways, except you have probably more calories and probably less cardio and probably more flexibility to your life, right? Your diet, your training, and all that fun stuff. But that doesn't mean you are completely off. It's not a turn on and turn off button. And that's where I think a lot of people think that off season, it's okay, I am done, and then when I'm ready to prep again for another show. Now, this is the thing. When you're in improvement season, and even on prep, these types of competitions or this type of sport, it's not only a physical thing, it's also a mental thing. So that's why it's very important that you know that you are going to be doing things that you are going to be caring for your physique, but also mentally. And so that's why it's important to include the foods that are going to help you mentally stay on track. And that's why I include them during my off season, during my prep, because those also help, not only physically, but mentally, right? We do want to make sure that we add the foods that we enjoy, the foods that are part of our culture. And so I'm going to give you an example. I'm Hispanic, right? And I was brought up eating tacos every day. I eat tacos every day, right? And so if that's part of your life, if that's part of your culture, you do not have to remove them. Now, you do need to learn ways to make it work for you, whether it is cooking different or, adding or taking things out. But it is not something that you're going to completely remove from your life, because that is part of you, right? And your culture, and this is how you eat. So it's just the way that people prep. It is the way that people do their prep that matters. So in order for this to work out, you need to understand that an athlete is an athlete all year long, and there is never a turn off button. You continue to do what you have to do all year long if your purpose is to be an athlete. So I am now just getting here to work, and I am going to try to see if I can share with you some of the things that I do at work. But because I'm the manager on duty, I'm hoping that it's a little slower because it's a Sunday, and maybe I'm able to share with you some of the things. If not, I'm sorry, but I'm going to try and see if I can do that. Now, like I said, I've always started with my protein pancakes every day, which you all have seen. And then for work, I always make my egg salad, which you guys have seen. But I'm going to try to see if I'm able to share some of the things at work so that I can, again, obviously not people, nothing in particular, just in general. But anyways, we shall see. Okay, so it was a long day, and I honestly am really tired. It's just, it gets super busy at work that time flies, but there's also so much work, and it never finishes. I can stay there and sleep there, and I probably wouldn't finish my work, so I always bring homework because of it. But anyways, I tried to share as much as I could, and hopefully what I share with you is helpful. Again, I am just sharing what I've learned and my
do. So hopefully it is helpful. But as always, thank you all so much for watching, and